How you doing, guys? Welcome to Alakazooted, and today we have a booster box. That's right, a booster box of Surging Sparks. That's 36 packs, a booster box worth of loose packs, and we're going to get into this and see if we can fare better than a booster box. Before we get into it, though, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that fancy jazz. Let us know, or let me know, I should say, how you've done with loose packs of Surging Sparks. Now, let's get right into it. Let's see if we can get some first pack magic here. You know, I'm still chasing that Pikachu. I'm still chasing that Latias. That's why I got them both right there at the top of the thing, just harassing me here. And we're going to see if we get some good luck here today. Oh my god, first pack magic, one of my favorite cards in the set. This Skarmory, looking so good. Wow, how's it look? Oh my god, and that looks gradable. That's fantastic. Pretty awesome. Hell yeah. First pack magic of Surging Sparks. Booster box. Hopefully this is a great sign. Let's see. Here we go. Man, these Surging Sparks has, surprisingly enough, been the most common loose pack for me to find. Finding sleeved Surging Sparks I can usually find at like a CVS. You know, and granted, they're not the Walmart price of like, the $4.50 a pack, but they're around $5.50 a pack. But you know, they're hard to find on the secondary market, so of course I'll take it. You know, I'll open them all day, trying to chase my chase cards that I haven't been doing well. If you've seen some of my bigger openings for Surging Sparks going through a bunch of loose packs, I haven't gotten very lucky. All right, we got a little A-Spec trainer. You know, I haven't been the luckiest with Surging Sparks. I've gotten some really awesome cards from the set that I like the Skarmory, for example, but never any of the biggest chase cards in the set. Surprisingly, for opening as many packs as I haven't gotten any of the really big boys. Ooh, Pikachu EX. All right. You know, I say that, and I'm getting an interesting variety of hits right now, because you know you have the gamble, of course, with the booster box of the, you know, duds, really good, or lots of doubles. You know, there's all different weird potential going on. And obviously the one thing that I seem to get with certain loose packs a lot, which is gold cards. All right, a Sylveon EX. Now this is just a standard EX, so pop that right there. Kabam. All right, let's see. Come on, Surging Sparks. So far, so good. Hopefully we see some really awesome stuff today from Surging Sparks. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, I've gotten the Latios a couple times, and that's awesome, but I really, really am hoping for that big Pikachu or that Latios. Those are my two that I've been searching for. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. And the hit rates on Surging Sparks are a little tough, I would say. So, to do as good as we've done in these few hits, or these few packs, I should say, it's pretty surprising. Oh, I say that, and then bam, a Spheal. Man, this is crazy. Man, and this one looks a little ding, but man, this is great. I never get a hit rate like this with Surging Sparks. I mean, these are really, really decent here. Maybe there's a batching thing or something. I don't know. We'll see, obviously, as we continue, but I've never gotten this kind of luck this fast. What? You see what I mean? What is happening? I've never gotten a hit rate like this so far with Surging Sparks. Maybe it's just this one side. Maybe it's just a weird coinky dink. But man, that's cool. Hopefully we'll get our chase card at this rate. Esper, Dialga. You know, I had a guy that I recently had given some Surging Sparks, you know, loose packs, 50 of them I sold over to him, because I have just a ton of these, and he got the two biggest chase cards. And I'm like, he wasn't even halfway through the stack. And I'm like, wow, dude, like so lucky. You know, I was really amped for him because that's just crazy. Like, I haven't gotten that many. Like, he finally got him, and it was, of course, out of the stack that I haven't gotten to yet. That I was just like, yeah, man, like, I'll sell these ones, and go figure, right? So now I'm like, no, I wanna open them all, you know. Sylveon EX, all right, another little Sylveon action. Zoop. But man, we got the Spheal and the Skarmory, dude, and a Pikachu EX, the full art. So that's pretty awesome. Magnemite, Kilowattrel. Oh, Clement's Quick Wit, man. We're crushing it today. Crushing it, Surging Sparks. Man, I am super amped for Surging Sparks today. That's super cool. Man, what are the odds? They're not usually like this. The odds are not usually in my favor in any way, shape, or form. Like, did I do something nice for Surging Sparks? I really hope I've shown my loyalty by, you know, sticking with it and continuing to open packs. But man, this is awesome. Come on, let's see. Charcadet, Braviary, Primeape, Skeledirge. I say that, and then look, I get some duds. You know, does it only congratulate me when it notices my misery? Is that it? When it notices me being like, oh man, maybe things aren't too hot. Then it just is like, oh, you know, here's a little song. Like, is that how it does it? All right, we got our last pack in the first half here. Let's see how we do. Zoop. All right. Volcarona, Surfer, Castform, Tapu. No, nothing else there. But man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's about average, actually. I thought it was more than normal, but that's about an average amount for half. So, man, crazy. Okay, so guys, want to hear some random story time of the crazy tattoo life? Okay, so my studio, we started in the 90s, right? In the inner city in Trenton. And I was, you know, in Trenton 30 years of my life, and now I'm in the backwoods of Virginia, right? And obviously you'll find out more about that. I'll tell you some more stories here and there. But, you know, we've gone through everything over the years. You know, we've had, Latias EX. We've had, like, all kinds of robberies we've had to deal with. You know, I've gotten jumped plenty of times in my life. Especially, you know, playing in the park near the shop, right? And, like, it's just always some nonsense I'd have to deal with. But, like, my house that I have in Trenton is in an area the police call Hooker Alley. Oh, whoa! My God. Alolan Execute. Oh my God, we got the illustration rare. Wow, I've never seen this in person. This looks crazy. Alolan Executor EX. Wow. Looster Box. Looster Box. That is amazing. We've gotten so much variety today. This is great. Man, I'm shocked. My mind's blown. I just never thought I would be getting this much variety out of Surging Sparks. Something's going on. But okay, so let me continue, right? So yeah, it's in Hooker Alley. Like, it's out of control. Like, you can't walk out of my house if you got your nice shoes on, if you got your phone and your watch on, you know, like, you can't. And I got bars on every window of every floor of my house, you know, and our shop is right down the road in the city. I had 3 shops there before I left New Jersey. But, you know, we've had every kind of crazy thing happen. You know, our guys have been stabbed. They shot through my business windows, so I had to have plastic windows. You know, they've broken in countless times. You know, they burned the place to the ground at one point. I had to rebuild. You know, there was an attempted kidnapping on one of my guys one time walking out of the shop playing Pokemon Go, of all things, right? Pokemon Go is a dangerous life like a dangerous thing to play when you're in the inner city, you know. This dude is playing Pokemon Go, leaving the shop. My dude, and I don't know if I've said this story before on here, but, you know, he's walking, I guess, to like the bar or something down the road. And sure enough, he gets grabbed, pulled into an alley. Whoa, A-Spec. Pulled into an alley and just whooped. And they tried to stuff him in a trunk and everything, right? And he managed to get loose, run to the nearest 7-Eleven and get the cops. And they got him to the hospital, right? And he was all busted up. And this was a couple that was kidnapping people and ripping their jaws open and trying to get the gold out of their mouth. It was crazy, man. But, like, dude got out, got lucky. These people got busted, you know, and bam, you know, woof, saved, right? Pretty cool that he got lucky on that one and everything worked out. And justice was served, but I don't know for how long. You know how the city is. There's repeat offenders walking all the time. Like the guy who burned down my business was a 7-time offender and a sex offender. And this dude was able to walk the street and do the craziest things. And in court, they told me to my face, they're like, you better be nice to this guy so we don't feel bad. That's the type of life you live, you know, when you're in the inner city. Like, nothing is in your favor. It's just craziness all the time. Like, all of my neighbors were either, you know, illegals technically, or like felons. So it's really hard to rent, you know, in that situation. I gotta rent my house out. And it's a tough game. Like, it's a really just crazy thing. And I can't wait to obviously just be fully transitioned to the woods and live my nice homestead life. You know, I'm out here. I work in the city, but I live deep out in the woods about 40 minutes away. You know, I got lots of animals and stuff out there. You know, I'm trying to get a self-sustaining little farm life going. But it's a good break from everything I dealt with over the years in business and living where I lived, right? It's crazy. I can tell you guys all kinds of stories. I can show you guys all kinds of pictures and video of just crazy stuff, you know, but let me know if that's a little too crazy of a story for you guys, or you guys want to hear more crazy stories of things that have gone on, you know, in the life of the inner city tattoo artist, right? It's kind of a wild lifestyle. And now I have a nice, peaceful, woodsy lifestyle. Opening Pokemon cards, man. I opened Pokemon cards, obviously, plenty when I lived in New Jersey, but like, you know, and lots of people do. Some of the biggest YouTubers for Pokemon are in New Jersey. They ain't nowhere near where I live, that's for sure, but they're in some nice areas in New Jersey that I could never afford to live in. Like, you know, some more bougie type lifestyle that I wish, you know, I could have maybe grew up in for a little while. Would have been a little bit easier, but, you know, that's how you get the craziest results out of life, right? It's going through the most wild stuff. Obstacles, man. You got to get over the obstacles. Great reward lies if you get over the obstacles of life. All right, so we've been getting burned on some of these packs here, not getting anything now. But, like, I mean, we've been doing fantastic with hit-wise and variety-wise, but, man, we're getting cooked on these last packs. It's crazy. I would love to see something in these last, like, 3 or 4 packs. Like, come on, give us something. We got 3 left after this. Rellor, oh, I say it, and wow, a full art. We got the Cyclizar EX. Bam. Woo, the variety is pouring in today. We got like barely any duplicate going on. We got what? The duplicate EX card. That's it. Man, that's crazy. The Looster box is reigning supreme right now. So cool. Helioptile. I don't know how you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it. Bam. We got 2 left. 2 left, guys. Let's see. Can we do it in these last 2? Zoop. Yuxi, Smoochum, Helioptile, Bronzong, oh, Chinpao. 1 pack left. And look, one of my chases is right on there. Let's see if we can get some last pack magic out of this crazy, super unique Looster box that just totally just surprised the hell out of me, right? Mankey, Zebstrika, Cerule Edge, Bruxish. Oh, nothing. Man, but okay. So let's see. Looster box, right? 36 packs. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's average, but we got crazy variety. We got 2 A specs. We got 5 EXs. We got 2 full arts, a full art trainer, 2 illustrations, and the illustration rare. One of the big chases of the set. Crazy, man. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys have done. Alakazooted out.